Hey everyone, welcome back in. So he is a teacher by day at French Camp Academy, and when he's not in the classroom, you can find him building extreme survivor-themed obstacle courses for his students, and he even had the opportunity to go head-to-head against others in the 46th season of Survivor. So I'd like to welcome in studio this morning, Mr. Hunter McKnight. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So it's been a few months since the last time we spoke.
Yes.
And you couldn't share too much because the show hadn't aired yet. So I guess the first thing that I want to know is, now that the show is completed, what was the absolute hardest thing that you had to do on Survivor?
Oh man, so I just want to preface it by saying the whole experience was incredible.
Okay.
It was awesome. The hardest thing is being without food. I mean, you're sitting there in the most beautiful place on the world. Gotta be. You're sitting there watching the sunrise, and in your head you're thinking, I would give anything to be at a McDonald's right now.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. But then you're sitting there, you're so hungry, and your brain stops working as well, and that's all you can think about. And you just sit around and you talk about food. So that was the most real and probably the most difficult part of it.
So if I'm correct, you made it to about the top 10.
Yeah, the top 9. We'll
the
give
top 9. Okay,
yeah.
So it kind of talked me through about that last episode, I guess you were in.
Oh dear. For those who have seen it, they could probably see on my face what I was thinking. It was so stressful.
Yeah.
The previous one, the person who was probably closest in the game had just been voted out, and if you haven't seen Survivor, there's a way that you can save yourself, but you've got to make sure you use it correctly, but you don't want to use it too early. And so there was a whole bunch of stress, and you're trying to get your brain to think, but you're low on food, and you can't trust it.
So it's like a mental game, a mind
It's very
game.
mental. It's very there's lots that go into it that make it an incredible game.
So since you've been on the show and back at home now, if you guys saw in the video, you have built some amazing obstacle courses, a tree house essentially. Have you added on any more since you came back?
Yeah, so we just had a big Survivor event a few weeks ago with my students. And I decided to build another layer to the platform that I had in the treehouse. So since you've been there, it's grown a little bit.
Wow.
And we built a big 30 by 16 foot platform to do challenges on.
Okay.
Because we knew we'd get more attention, and so let's make it bigger. We just had it. The kids played really well because typically they haven't seen Survivor, but they watched this most recent season, so they knew more how it worked. And so it was a big one. We even had some Survivor contestants who were on the show come and be a part of it.
Oh my goodness.
And so it became a really big thing. But yeah,
So
we've been building more stuff. Yeah.
So has being on the show helped you come up with even more, I guess, different things for them to do in a sense that y'all hadn't done yet? Yeah,
it was funny when I was on the island, the producers and different people would ask me, are you getting ideas? Because they knew that I did. I didn't share it with the contestants, but I'm like, I mean, how am I going to emulate the scale of this thing?
Yeah.
We're on an island in Fiji, but yeah, some of the ideas from it have been incorporated in what we're doing and have grown this scale. And so you can't help but see something as cool as Survivor and get to be a part of it without thinking, what can I copy?
Now, do you think you would do it again?
Absolutely. If they gave me a call, I don't know if I'll get a call.
Guys, are you listening?
But it's such an incredible experience. And if anybody's thinking about doing it, they should.
Try it.
I mean, it's hard, but it's fun. It's you have to go in there with the expectation of you're going to be exhausted, you're going to be tired, but it will be a lot of fun.
Now, you definitely had a lot of support from your community and even viewers who watched you. How has that shift kind of been of maybe getting this more attention than you had?
Well, so the good thing is I live in French Camp, which is 12 people there, and they all knew me beforehand, so they keep me pretty humble, especially with how it ended. But I mean, it's been fun. You'll go into different places and you'll see people and they'll recognize you and they'll ask you the same questions of, why didn't you play your idol, or we were rooting for you, and it makes you feel good, but it's also that reminder of, I didn't play my idol. You're right, I did not.
So have you thought about this? This just came to me. Maybe making a vlog series type deal for your students for Survivor. I think that would be cool.
You mean videoing them playing?
Like doing Survivor.
Yeah, so we do an Instagram page where people can watch and they can kind of keep up with it, and it's pretty fun if people want to try to check it out. But it's so fast, we move through the week so quickly that we don't get everything, so it's definitely not as good as the show. But if you ever are interested, we have an Instagram page where we talk about it.
We love that. Go follow them. Well, thank you so much for coming back on and sharing your experience. I know we have enjoyed seeing all the stuff. And he actually brought his students, and they're in studio right now listening to this. But we'll be right back after the break.